They told us to give a disclaimer. The views expressed on this podcast are those of the podcasters, any guests, and do not reflect any of the management, owners, sponsorships, or employees of thereof. Pretty much, if you're soft, don't listen to this podcast.
One thing I pride myself on is just being the same and trying to look out for my folks along the way.
Like, even with all these, big things happening, like, you still mad humble, and you still, like, you have enough clout now where you could easily be like, I'm not fucking with this, I'm not fucking with that.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers, it's on. Unrestricted Podcast listeners, thank you so much for clicking play. Because of you, those numbers are going up, up, and up. And if you are part of the Patreon crew, thank you so much. Because of you, we're able to keep the lights on in the building. But hey, if you're part of the non-paying Patriot crew, the MPPs, don't worry. We appreciate your love as well. Remember, it's free to show love. You can like, share, comment, subscribe. That's the best way to show your support, is just by telling a friend about the show, telling the people about the guests, and everything that we have going on here at the Unrestricted Podcast. Now, today I got a very special guest across from me, somebody that's long awaited, somebody that I've been waiting to get this interview done for a very long time. Per Tapology, the #1 bantamweight in the state of Utah.
In the state, baby.
Joel Haro. Not only are you the #1 bantamweight, but like you are a fighter no matter the weight class. I feel like you put Utah on your back. You put us on your back, you rep us, and you rep us right.
I try to. Every fight, I'm always carrying Utah on my back. Born and raised here, so I always got to represent each fight. No matter who I'm fighting, I'm always trying to represent Utah. Utah MMA's done a lot for myself, and I just want to obviously represent and give back as much as possible.
Yeah,
put on some good fights.
There's a guy out here locally. His name's Manny Lemons, and he owns and he operates Devotion Championship Wrestling. It's a promotion. It's a pro wrestling promotion here in Utah. It's like FFC but pro wrestling, right?
Sure.
And he has a motto. It's like, leave it better than you found it. And I feel like you are a representation of leaving it better than the way you found it.
100%, man. 100%. Every time I either train or train other people, fight, whatever it is, I always want to positively impact the sport here to whatever I can. Like, I know I can't change the whole sport, but if I can make a positive impact to it, to whoever's watching, whoever's training with me, whatever it may be, like, I always want to make a positive impact no matter what it is that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. You got a big fight, FFC, Fierce Fighting Championship 42 at the Maverik Center, August 16th. Tickets are on sale right now, fiercefightingchampionship.com. If you go to the fiercechampionship.com website, look for his mug up there, click his mug, and then that way he gets credit for you supporting him. yeah. Cut to his mug.
Cut to my mug.
Now, we're going to talk more about that fight coming up shortly. You got Jason Horsley coming up. But I want to rewind to my first introduction of you. And my first introduction of you came by way of your mother.
Yeah.
Me and your mom are good friends. We were co-workers. It's the year was 2014, maybe even 15. And this young lady, she's like, we're talking family stuff, right?
Sure.
And she's like, my son does this fighting stuff. My son is a cage fighter. And I'm like, what? Okay, cool. And then she keeps on talking about you. And we end up talking about Still Fist, because I think at the time you were fighting for Still Fist.
Yeah, at the time I was the amateur bantamweight champion for, I think it was like 4, maybe 5 years.
And this is the first and only time I rooted against you, because your first defense was against one of my really good friends, Stephen Chan.
Yeah.
And so your mom's telling me about this big upcoming fight, and I look and I'm like, this motherfucker's fighting my friend.
Did you tell my mom that too?
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did at the time, because your mom is just a sweetheart, man. It's like the sweetest. But that was when I seen that fight. I was like, it was like Chan's. He's an up and comer, right? He's not. He's learning
for sure.
And you've already won the belt. This is your first defense, and you got it done. I think in the first round. I think it was like triangle or something like that.
The old lucky triangle choke, man.
Yeah, really good fashion. And so I was like, I've never told you that. So I was like, man, I need to tell this dude that the one and only time I rooted against him was when you defended your title against my guy.
Oh, man, that's funny.
We were in a rap group together.
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot of people don't know he raps.
I had no idea.
You got a diss record out there right now somewhere.
Somewhere out there.
Fuck Joel Haro.
We got to find it. I got to listen to it. That's for sure.
But let's talk about what got you into fighting. What got you into going into the gym and taking this, going from amateur to professional?
Sure. Let's see. So it started way back in high school. My sophomore year in high school. So actually, let's go back to freshman year. Freshman year, I played football for Judge Memorial. And my whole freshman year, dude, I was bullied. I was bullied by a couple kids on the team. And, it's part of life. You're going to get bullied. Some people don't, some people do. But, freshman year, I was bullied a lot. And then, after football season, after that year, I told my mom, look, I want to go back to the Murray School District because I already had really good friends there. So I went to junior high in the Murray School District, Riverview Junior High. And, met some good people there, ended up leaving, went to Judge my freshman year, wasn't that great. Sophomore year came around, and my friends that I were really tight with were like, dude, let's join the wrestling team. Let's join the wrestling team. And at this point, dude, I was walking around 170, out of shape. I was a lineman on the football team, and I was not a good lineman, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're a sophomore, 170. As a grown-ass man, you're fighting at 140.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Okay, sorry. It just blew my mind because I'm like, damn, could 16-year-old you, bully you around today?
Oh, dude, probably, honestly. Who knows, man? But yeah, so all my friends were like, let's join the wrestling team. I'm over here no, dude, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in a singlet. That was the whole, everybody would always say that, whoever we try to recruit. I don't want to be wrestling in tights, this and that. I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, all my friends joined the team. So I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So I remember, dude, first day of practice, myself and two of my old friends, we go through this practice, and dude, we could barely walk after practice. We got to my friend's house after practice, and we're just dead on the couch. We're like, dude, that sucked. I've never done anything that hard before. Let's go back again tomorrow. And they were like, I don't know. I'm like, no, we have to. At this point, my parents told me, hey, you already started, so you're not going to quit. So I'm like, all right, looks like I'm going back. Guys, we're going back tomorrow. So me and the friends went back, and we joined the team. We made it through Hell Week. And, that's pretty much how, my training started. My sophomore year, I wrestled at 170, then dropped down to 152. And then we did the region tournament, and I might have placed sixth. I'm not sure. And they only take the top 4 to state. And I was like, that would be pretty cool to go to state. So I begged my mom, hey, I want to start training somewhere. She's like, no, not yet. No, I don't think you should. Just wait till next year. I'm like, all right, whatever. Junior year comes around. I'm taking it a lot more serious. I'm eating better, at least I thought I was, and wrestled at 145s, and did pretty well at 145s. I almost dropped down to 132s, but just with the people that were on the varsity team that were trying to go somewhere their senior year, I was like, all right, I'm going to stay in this weight class. There's no seniors in this weight class, so I stayed at 45s. Region came, and I think I took 5th, and they only take top 4, right, to state. So I was like, damn, okay, well, junior year's over. I'm no longer wrestling anymore. Mom, I really want to train somewhere, at least throughout the summer, throughout the year, so that I could just get better at wrestling. So I want to go to state next year. My senior year, I want to go to state. We're going to state. That's the goal. We're going to get better, this and that,
Is Judge at this time, known for wrestling?
No. Oh, sorry. I was wrestling for Murray High School at this point.
Because you transferred.
Because I transferred after my freshman year.
Murray is known for wrestling, right? Aren't they?
I wouldn't say they're known for wrestling. Actually, when I went to school there, the wrestling team was probably one of the best sports there. The football team wasn't that great.
Yeah, because y'all cheated. I'm a college kid.
I never heard about us cheating, but I always know we've always sucked. So I mean,
Kent went. I think Kent went to Murray too. So
Okay.
I was giving him a hard time because I'm like, man, when I was in high school, Murray cheated. Man, they were digging cleats. They were dirty.
Damn, dude.
But so you go to a school at Murray wrestling. That's the best sport during that time. Or are you dealing with bullying during that time at Murray?
No, at Murray, I wasn't being bullied because I had really good friends around me, had a good circle around me, and then joined the wrestling team. That really, obviously helped me deal with like all my confidence issues I was dealing with from being bullied. I wasn't really bullied there. And then my junior year, I started training at Absolute MMA. My mom and I went down and met the coaches. The place reeked of Clorox. I was like, Mom, this is the place we got to train because it was clean, right? So then started training there. And then, let's see, I met my old coach Pedro there, Pedro Sierra. And he's like, wait, what are you doing Fridays at 4:30? I'm like, I don't know. Why? Come to team training. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not sure what this entails, but I'll be there. I show up and it's Steve Sharp, it's Greg Carpenter, it's William DeBell, like all these huge up-and-coming MMA fighters at the time. And nobody my size but Braden Kilpack. He was another fighter around the state, and he actually wrestled at Cyprus during that time I was wrestling for Murray. We were actually supposed to wrestle against each other, but it just didn't pan out. He ended up quitting wrestling, started doing jiu-jitsu more, so we ended up being training partners down the road. And man, dude, that first practice obviously sucked. Like, yeah, I had my wrestling. I had a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but at the time I wasn't training striking, so I was getting my ass beat every Friday at 4:30. So I was like, damn, dude, that sucks. Like, I'm going to keep coming back because it's a lot of fun,
Is the Absolute, when he says come to team training, is this like the people that's taking it serious?
Yeah.
The people that want a career in this thing?
Oh, yeah, this is like top MMA fighters, fighters only. You have to be invited to this practice. And just knowing that, I was like, all right, cool. Like, I got invited. This is pretty cool. Like, I got some good wrestling. Let's see what I can do, So I kept coming to that fight team training, and, the history, like, it's kind of a long story, but we're going to dive into it. Let's see. So my junior year in high school, senior year comes around, and it's wrestling season, and we were doing a lot of wrestling and team training and just like getting those competitive rounds, right? And so obviously once wrestling came around, I was already like had decent jiu-jitsu, really good wrestling at this point, and I was like, all right, I'm going into the season really confident. I'm already in shape. Like, let's make a run for state this year, And so the season starts, and started off really well. I think my first tournament, I was undefeated. And then there's this kid from Northridge that beat me, and it is what it is.
What does a tournament look like? How many competitors?
Oh, dude, so it's like, so this one was a dual tournament where like all these schools, I forget how many schools were there, but we had from I think it was like 8 a.m., probably a little earlier, from 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. of just straight wrestling. These teams are going against each other on each mat. There was like 6 mats in one gymnasium, 2 mats in the other gymnasium, and we're just going back and forth from each match. From like, it's a duel, so teams are going against each other. So once we finish, we have like a 30-minute downtime till our next one. And I think in that first day I had maybe 6 matches.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, and then the second day I think I probably would have had like 4 or 5. So you're wrestling Friday, Saturday, like a lot, right? Whether you're warming up or warming up your teammates, that since if you got knocked out of the tournament, since it was a dual tournament, you didn't get knocked out. You just had to keep wrestling. So those were my favorite ones because you were getting as many matches as possible, right? But like at the end of the end, oh dude, bro, like you had no life during wrestling season because you're wrestling, at home Thursday nights or away Thursday nights, and then the next morning you're turning around, leaving at like 7 a.m. to go to another school, wrestle all day long, and then wrestle the next day, and then maybe sleep in on Sunday.
Jeez, how did you take that loss against the Northridge guy? Because you're a junior at this time?
No, I was a senior at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think I got pinned. I think I lost on points. I was obviously a little upset. But I was like, you know what? I still have the rest of the tournament to go on, so it doesn't really matter to me too much as long as I didn't get pinned. If I got pinned, dude, I was always pissed. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to talk to me because I get so pissed. But.
So, dude from Northridge wins. You don't complete what you wanted to, right? Mm-hmm. You put in all that stuff. You learned a lot.
Oh, for sure.
How was going from the team room with Absolute, doing jiu-jitsu, how did that transition into your wrestling? Was that hard to because there's moves in jiu-jitsu you can't do in a wrestling tournament, right?
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, you obviously can't do any submissions. I mean, the only submission you can do is like a front headlock with the arm in to pin.
Gotcha.
And like, dude, I remember I pinned this one kid with one of those, and I almost choked him out because I was squeezing so hard. I'm like, this is how you do it, I'm pinning him. The referee's not calling the pin. The kid's going purple. I'm like,
oh jeez,
call the pin,
Yeah. So does he have to tap, or is it up to the ref?
It's pretty much up to the ref if their shoulders are on the mat, So
jeez.
I think he might have tapped. I don't know, but I was like, I can't let go of you because if I let go, you're just gonna escape, and then I'm not gonna win. But
did you finish high school at Murray?
I did.
Did you have aspirations to go collegiate? Was that ever in the cards?
It wasn't actually. It wasn't. When I graduated, well, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. But see, to answer your question with the jiu-jitsu transferring over, like I would use some of the sweeps all the time. If I got taken down, I hit an elevator sweep on people. I remember our 125er Jackson Lightfoot. Every time I'd hit that sweep on him, he'd get so pissed. So there'd be times I let him take me down, we'll work, and I'm just sitting there on my butt. I sweep him. He's like, "You're freaking jiu-jitsu, dude." I'm like, "Hey, man, it works,
Yeah.
What can I say? I can't let you beat me up."
That's funny.
But one of my biggest matches my senior year was against this kid from Westlake. They were in our region, and so far I was undefeated against everyone in our region. And senior night came, and I think the kid's name was Hayden Renfro. He came in, and we had a really good back and forth match, and he ended up beating me by like 3 points. Mm-hmm. And he took my number 1 seed in the region tournament. So fast forward to region, I beat this kid from Hillcrest the first day, beat this kid from Harriman in the first day as well. I'm wrestling against that same kid that beat me senior night from Westlake in the finals, right? Dude, and that match was even crazy. Like that was the first time like I ever was like, not gas, but like testing the gas tank in a wrestling match before. And under the lights too, dude, it was so cool. I was like, I want to do something like this after wrestling, and I was training at Absolute at the time, and then I started fighting shortly after that, So to answer your question about going collegiate, I never thought about it. I was just like, I'm just gonna fight. Like I want to fight someday. I'm gonna get back to training. Ended up taking my first fight on 2 weeks' notice, and it's kind of history ever since then. Because I was like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I want to do that. But then also on the other hand, dealing with like the fight nerves and the stress of, I'm going out to go fight somebody. And at this point, I've never been in a fight at this point.
Even being bullied.
You
never punched a bully.
Dude,
in the face?
I never was like. I'm not a confrontational guy outside of fighting. So like being bullied, I'd push him back, but I wasn't swinging punches because I didn't want to get in trouble. Because back then at Judge, it was if I got in trouble, I'd go home and I'd get yelled at by my dad.
Yeah. Judge is private, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Catholic,
a private school,
right?
Private Catholic school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tuition and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that's tough. How was obviously I see you now as a professional fighter. I see the support you get. You get a lot of support. Did you get this support early on in your wrestling career to your amateur career?
I don't think so in my wrestling career. I think probably after my third fight as an amateur is when I started building a really good fan base out here. Besides my family and my closest friends at the time, and kept fighting and fighting, and just trying to be a good person, man. Just network and build a fan base was what really happened, you know. And then I had my first title fight as an amateur, and that fight went really well. It was a 5-round fight against Matt Mast and won the belt. Dude, I was super excited. I was like, dude, I'm actually good at this. Let's keep doing this. You know, let's keep doing it. So I kept defending the belt.
When did you, I want to back up. When did you feel like this is my thing?
Probably after my first loss as an amateur. Because I think I was 4-0 before I lost, and fought this guy from Idaho. Forget the guy's name. It'll come to me. But he was a collegiate wrestler at the time. You know, I didn't really know what to do training for a fight. I just go to training, just train, cut the weight, go fight. I lost to a decision by him, and you know, I was upset.
Is this
sad.
your professional fight?
This was my first amateur loss.
Okay, because you said Idaho, and your loss in Idaho. That was for the belt as well, but that was professionally.
Correct. Yeah. That was
so you're talking about your first amateur loss. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that fight, I was like, well, I already had this title fight lined up, so let's not dwell on this loss. Let's keep going. I feel like I'm good at this. You know, that's just a loss. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm an amateur. It is what it is. And then that title fight is when I really started working on like MMA specific things, and I go through and I win the belt. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm pretty good at this. Let's keep going, you know. And anytime Steelfist hit me up, hey, we want to have you defend your belt. All right, cool, let's do it. You know, I only had to pull out of one fight because I got in a car accident, injured my back, and you know, rescheduled it anyway, and still fought, won that fight. And then there was a halt to my amateur career at that point because I moved away to Arizona, and you know, I really regret moving. But I met a lot of great people along the way down there. Trained out some good gyms down there, and really worked on my striking down there too. And decided to move back. And I was like, let's get back to fighting right away. Had one more amateur kickboxing fight and won that one. And then COVID hit, and then I was lined up to fight Hava Owens. And that first card fell through because of COVID. And then 2 months later, they rescheduled it. And then I fought Hava and won my pro debut. And then just kept going from there. I was like, all right, let's line it up, you know.
You, when do you find a home? Because obviously, for me, I don't know why, but I feel like Absolute was kind of like a lot of people's introduction to mixed martial arts. For a long time, it was like the only gym. But when do you end up finding your home? And I'm assuming your home currently is Sierra in the dojo, right?
No, so I actually left Sierra.
Okay.
I mean, Sierra is always going to be a gym I'm going to go train at every now and then.
Gotcha.
Let's see. So when Pedro parted ways from Absolute to open up Sierra, that was in 2020, and you know, back at Absolute, cross training wasn't really allowed. You know, if you cross train, then you're pretty much banned from the gym, which was unfortunate, you know.
And cross-training meaning that you go to another gym to learn a different skill.
For sure.
Okay.
Yep. And so once we branched off and told Pedro, hey, dude, I really want to go train with Bobby King up north. He's a Bang Muay Thai affiliate. I've trained with Dwayne before, and I was like, dude, I really want to train in that system. And when he was obviously fighting, he was winning, he was the champ in Fierce. I was like, I want to go train with him, you know. So I started training with Bobby when Sierra opened, and then that's how I started training with Bobby, finding a home with his gym. And then a few years later down the road, you know, I had my first loss as a professional, lose my title. Okay, you know, it is what it is. I'll get back there. You know, I had a lot of things in my personal life affecting me on that fight. And then, you know, I started branching out. I was like, you know, if I'm cross-training here, I can cross-train here at Agema. I can cross-train. Let's go to Colorado, you know, go train at Bang Muay Thai headquarters, you know. And I went out there, and I'm not sure if you know who Casey Radden is. He used to be from Utah. He's originally from Utah, and he moved out there a few years ago. And I told him, hey, dude, I'm coming out to Colorado. Come train with you guys. Let's get some work. And he's like, perfect, let's do it. I get out there, and he's like, hey, come to team training tomorrow at high altitude. I'm like, all right, high altitude martial arts. All right, cool, I'll be there, you know. Tells me what time, and I was nervous. I was like, there's a lot of high-level pros out there, right? I'm talking like Justin Gaethje, Corey Sandhagen, Chepe Mariscal, Neil Magny, all these guys, right? And so I go, and it was a grappling MMA class. We do class, and I remember I trained with Corey Sandhagen in that one, and he's like, dude, you should come. You train really well. You should come to pro sparring tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll be there for sure. I leave the gym, and I'm like, shit, I got to go to sparring tomorrow. Like, they're going to beat my ass, and this is going to be great, but this is kind of going to suck at the same time, you know? And so I end up going, and we had really good rounds. You know, I remember with Casey, we were driving down there. He's like, whatever you do, don't spar with Chepe. You know, I'm like, I don't even know who that is, but all right, cool. You know, got it. You know, 3 rounds in, I'm get some good rounds with some really good guys, and Chepe comes like, hey, you want to get around in? I'm like, yeah, for sure. Not knowing this is him, right? Not knowing this is him.
Did you ask him his name? There's no name tags.
No name tags, bro. No name tags in the gym, right? And I was like, yeah, dude, let's get it. You know, so we're going. You know, we're touching each other. We're hitting each other.
No.
Yeah, dude, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. And then like I'll never forget this because like I know like this round ended up not well for me. Like I ended up getting a big old goose egg on the side of my head. Like I got lumped up this round, but I was like, dude, this is great. Like I don't get this back home. Like this is a lot of fun. This guy's pushing me. I don't even know who this guy is, and he's beating my ass, and that's what I need, right? Like this is I love it. Like I'm enjoying it. You know, I thought this was gonna suck, but like I'm actually enjoying it. Like I'm getting a real taste of high level training and training partners, you know, and you know, hey, and round ends, hey, good job, man. What's your name? I'm like, I'm Joel. My name's Chepe. Good to meet you, bro. In my head, I walk away. I was like, oh shit, that's the guy. That's Chepe. Cool, man. Like he was pretty cool in general, you know. But you know, it was really good to get that competitive round with him, and from there, it really shifted my mindset with my training and how to be intentional with my sparring, and obviously go hard, but also take care of your partners at the same time too, you know. And then let's see, where was I? And then like, yeah, that's where it kind of all started. Me going out to Colorado. Actually, no, backtrack. I'm terrible at telling stories.
You're good.
Sorry. I actually went out with Bobby King one time back when I fought Steven Steyerwalt. I went out there to go train with him and train at HQ, and we got some really good work in there. And then when I hit up Casey, that was when I was training for, I think it was the Michael Sire fight. He ended up pulling out 2 days before. But yeah, that camp was really good. And the camp when I went out to high altitude was really good. Got to network with some really good people. And I was like, dude, I really like training out here, you know? So then I started going out there for my camps. And my last camp, when I fought Hunter Azor, I went out and trained with one of my friends, Rich Morcheko. He started his own MMA gym out there called Havoc MMA, him and his brother and a few other guys out there. And went out, started training with them, built my network even more, and, you know, kind of found a home out there too. And then obviously came back to fight. And at this point, you know, myself and Sierra were already kind of parted ways a little bit. And, you know, for that fight, I didn't have Pedro, I didn't have Bobby. I had 3 new coaches pretty much in my corner. I was like, damn, looking back at it now, I was like we all had a good solid game plan, but I didn't have enough time training with all 3 of these coaches to like really get a good grasp for their coaching methods. And, you know, when I came back, or before I went to Colorado for that camp, I started training at Agima full time, and with Coach Court, Dane, and also mixing it in with Joe Bish too for my boxing. And so that fight happens, and I was like, damn, cool. I know I could have beat that guy. I almost beat that guy, knocked him down. It is what it is. But you know, for this fight, so like that, kind of bring it into this next fight. Like I'm really excited because I've been training a lot more with these coaches, and I'll have Bobby in my corner this time. And, you know, I feel like I've got a good grasp for the coaching methods that Dane and Court use, and like just training with them more often, right? Getting to know each other, our styles and stuff like that, mixing in with their teaching me and stuff like that to add to my game plan. But I don't think I really answered all your questions. To be honest, I was just rambling and
you're good.
forgot your question.
I think you did. You've parted ways with Sierra. Now it sounds like you're working more with is it Dai Standing?
Dai Standing Boxing Club, and then also Agima Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, and the dojo up north in Layton.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now. You are the ex-champion, Olin.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
You love wrestling?
Do you believe that Stone Cold Steve Austin is the greatest entertainer of all time?
Or maybe that Shawn Michaels is the sexiest man alive?
Or did you have a thing for Sonny from the years of 1994 to 1996 like I did?
Did you know Yokozuna isn't even Japanese?
If you could count the number of dimples on Rikishi's ass, this podcast is for you.
Follow us, the Figure 4 Podcast on Instagram, at Figure4 Podcast. And check us out on YouTube.
Do it.
Tell your punk ass friends about us.
Yeah.
So you're touching a lot of, striking, you're hitting jiu-jitsu, a lot of things that a lot of tools in your toolbox right now.
Oh, for sure.
And one thing I was going to ask you is the difference between just your daily training and when you're in an actual fight camp. And I think you kind of answered it, but maybe you want to add more to it. You mentioned that you're more intentional with your training. Is that kind of the compass of like the difference between your daily training and actual fight camp?
Yeah, I mean, my daily training, when I'm outside of camp, I'm always training. I'm, instead of hitting 9 to 14 practices a week, I'm probably hitting maybe just my 9, but also getting my long distance runs in, my timed runs in. I do my strength and conditioning over at Phoenix Performance Institute in Sandy, so I'm always training with Hector over there. And outside of camp, I'm usually hitting the dojo at least once a week, training with Bobby, trying to make it more often outside of camp at a GEMA. It just sucks, dude, because I live in like Sandy, and it's like 45 minutes north, 45 minutes south. So it's like, all right, I got to pick and choose and figure out my schedule wisely. But like the difference between that and fight camp obviously is the amount of practices and the amount of runs I'm doing. I'm always training. Mm-hmm. It's what I've been doing for over half my life now. So it's like, it's a part of me. It's my passion. It's what I love doing. And like I was telling my girlfriend, like, look, I feel like I'm more knowledgeable about fighting and how to train for a fight and what to do for a fight more than I know about anything else, So I'm making a run for it, chasing my dream. I'm super grateful to wake up every day to be able to chase my dream and chase greatness, man.
What is your dream?
I'm getting to the UFC, become world champ, and, be able to build a lifestyle off of my fighting, obviously, and not just my fighting, but other endeavors as well. And but yeah, right now I'm young and I'm not getting any younger, so all gas, no brakes, man.
Are you all in on yourself?
All in on myself.
I think it's important that it's tough, right? I look at what I do, right? And I invested into a studio, I invest in cameras, and I invest in myself.
For sure.
And I look at fighters, and sometimes the guy or the girl sitting across from me isn't all the way in. Mm-hmm. Mad talented, right? Yeah. But not all in on themselves. And that's why I ask you if you are all in on yourself, because you do have the talent. You do have if I'm a fight promotion, I want somebody like a Joel Haro that has... You have morals. I know you're not going to be out here fucking around doing some dumb shit to get us in the promotion in trouble, right? You teach others. Like I said before, you're leaving the game better than the way that you found it.
Exactly.
And so I love to hear that you are all in on yourself.
And that's something I really had to figure out in the last year. Kind of went through some stuff myself personally in my personal life, and had to take a step back from everything and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you got to focus more on yourself. You got to tap into that and into your self-worth. You got to figure out every other aspect of your life and where you sit with yourself. and that's something I really have done. I've worked hard at it in the last year, even going to therapy and stuff, working through a lot of the things I've haven't been able to let go from other aspects of life, right? And it's helped me a lot, dude. Like I'm the most sorry, I'm kind of figuring out what I'm trying to say here.
You're good.
Like I feel like I'm the sharpest I've ever felt for a fight. I'm in the best physical shape I've ever been before a fight camp. I've been doing a lot of journaling before on my training sessions, and just reminding myself, especially like during sparring, right? Sparring days, I'm always jotting down things I need to focus on, combinations I should focus on. But the rule number one is always no ego sparring. Let go of your ego, focus on the game plan of what you're doing for this fight, what your style is, and how your style's gotten you to where you are now, right? Let's stick to your style, let go of your ego. Number one, always number one, dude. And just positive affirmations that I'm writing out to myself, like I said, combinations. If I get taken down, let's get the fuck up. Like I write that every single day. Get taken down, get the fuck up. Like, just things I'm working on, right? And obviously after my training sessions, I go back to it. All right, let's look at what we did. This is not what we did. We definitely let go of the ego today. We did this, we did that, we didn't do that. Let's jot it down. Let's write how we feel after sparring, how our rounds went, who'd you spar with, how did each round go, stuff like that. And that's helped me out a lot, just staying more focused and more intentional with my training in general and my preparation.
Are you practicing spinning back elbows? Is that because I feel like the spinning back elbow is kind of like your thing now,
bro?
You had one at the Masonic Temple that I can still hear today.
Sounded like a baseball bat.
Oh my gosh! When you threw it, did you hear it? And then did you consciously oh shit, I got him?
I didn't hear it, but I definitely felt it. I was like, oh dude, and then I just heard him. I was like, oh shit, all right. And at this point, dude, I'm so happy you brought this up because the fight prior, when I fought that dude from Canada, Albara Atma, I cracked him with an elbow, hit him with the point. Dude,
the signature point.
The signature point. And, I got criticized by so many people after, why didn't you just jump in there and finish? You could have finished him. I was like, yeah, no, I did. I had to get my moment, you know what I mean? Because their corner was talking shit. My corner was talking shit. A lot of people don't know this. Right before that happened, his corner was like, put him up against the cage and elbow him. And you just hear Bobby King, yeah, let's try that. And then, boom, I hit him with the elbow. And then, I was like, Yeah. And, so then when I cracked this next dude with the elbow.
Come close on the mic.
That's exactly what went through my head was, dude, get on him, hurry, get on him, get the finish, hurry, don't take a moment. And obviously it backfired, and plus, dude, my nose was leaking pretty bad. And I was like, all right, we got to get out of here. Let's try it. And I pulled an amateur mistake, man. I rushed in. I kind of forgot what to do.
But that's not advice from your coaches. It sounds like you were listening to social media.
Yeah, dude. Unfortunately.
So don't listen to social media.
Yeah, fuck social media.
Yeah, dude, that fight was incredible, man. Props to the guy that you fought because, both of those guys were tough.
Really tough.
I don't feel like you've fought a guy, at least not in your professional career, that is just
a walkover.
Yeah, you're for fighting tough guys.
That's what I told Zach too. I was like, dude, give me fights that are tough. I don't want a walk in the park. I don't want a guy that's coming in from a 5-year layoff, out of shape, just for me to knock him out. I'm like, dude, that's okay. That's great. I knocked him out. But at the same time, I was like, dude, Hunter had 4 fights in the UFC. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get back to the UFC. Albara is a really good up-and-coming fighter out of Canada, and Steven Steyerwalt, we just saw what he did to Thomas Prestridge up in Idaho. He's still on a tear. And, obviously Kesley Collard, Hava Owens, they're all tough dudes, man. So that's what I really pride myself on every time I fight is I'm not taking easy fights. I'm in there to fight good people, and because that's where I'm going. Fights are just going to get tougher, and
yeah, if you get padded fights, you're going to look bad once you get to the biggest promotion.
For sure. Totally. For sure.
And I have which is why I believe in Haro is because you're tested. Like, you're tested.
Yeah.
And you've proven that you can take a shot, but you can also give it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which makes me even more excited for August 16th against Justin Horsley, because he's not a pushover.
He's definitely not a pushover. I know he's a tough dude, you know? He's a boxer, wrestler, and I've worked a lot on my boxing. And, dude, like, I keep telling everybody, you guys are going to see a different version of me on August 16th. I've worked a lot on my wrestling. I've worked a lot on my striking, obviously. My jiu-jitsu's pretty good right now, too. So I feel like I'm confident anywhere the fight goes. And, you know, we're going to have a Fight of the Year nominee August 16th, bro.
Every year.
I'm telling you.
You were nominated last year, I believe.
I'm not sure if I was.
Were you? No? I know that dude Nazir was twice. Have you been following this guy?
He's a good kid too, man. I got to call his last amateur fight with Jackson the Great. Dude, that was badass. Mm-hmm. I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, this is such a good fight, you know? Like,
by the way, you mentioned like your commentating. You do a really good job at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I tell Blake, I was like you're one of those guys where if I'm watching the pay-per-view, I hope Haro's on it calling it with you, because he's really good at that.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that?
Oh, dude, I really do. In fact, I was supposed to be down there in Price, but had some things come up with work and wasn't able to make it down there. So I was pretty bummed I wasn't able to join Blake on that one. But, dude, I really do, especially when Jason Laporte's next to me, Blake's to the left, Jason's to the right. We're all just vibing off of each other. You know, I feel like we have a really good back and forth banter, and oh yeah, it's a good time. I get to sit front row of the fights, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
all the blood.
Except for when my friends fight. I hate calling my friends fights, because it's like, obviously I'm doing my best not to be biased, but like when I see Julian Ruiz fight, I'm like, dude, I really want Julian to win, but I'm like, I just can't be talking about Julian the whole time. You know? But
it's tough when you're a regional promotion, because a lot of the guys and girls on the card are like buddies.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and
it's a small community.
We say 801 versus everyone, and I live that. I'm sorry, like,
dude,
I am so biased when it comes to unless it comes down to our guys fighting each other.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck, all right, well, just nobody get hurt.
Everybody be nice. Yeah. Take care of each other.
Have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
But damn, you had somebody that you have coached, somebody that you have cornered, had a big fight over the weekend, Nikaya.
Yeah, dude, Kiwi.
August. Yeah,
Kiwi's the best.
She sat across from you just a few weeks ago. I had a conversation with her, and she was so, I don't know if the word is heartbroken, but she was, it hit her that this is the first time Coach Haro isn't walking out with her, isn't in the corner with her. And she was like, damn. How proud are you of Nikaya right now, and what do you see for her in the future?
Dude, I'm proud of her, man. She's had to overcome a lot in the last few years, and you know, to see her get that win, I was like, dude, that's badass. Like, we worked together like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Held mitts for her, gave her some tips and pointers, you know, since it was her first MMA fight. She's like, I've been grappling, but, you know, Joel, I'll be honest, like, I'm not that good grappling. I'm like, all right, well, let's just keep it on the feet, you know. And, you know, I sent her a message before the fights, like, hey, dude, remember this, you know, and gave her some tips, and can't reveal tips, you know, on air, you know. But, and she was like, thank you, Joel, I appreciate it, you know, and like, dude, just to see that she got her hand raised from a stoppage, I'm like, that's badass. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, she performed so well. I don't know if it's because she didn't have the big kickboxing gloves on, but her hands look fast.
Oh, dude, she hits hard, man.
I seen her train with Zach. She was throwing some punches at Zach. I was like, dang, I had a chance to go to one hit. And I told her this, and I hope it doesn't. I told her I hope it doesn't offend you, and it shouldn't. But I see a lot of you in her. The way that she threw her hand combos, I'm like, I see Haro in this.
Hell yeah.
It's really cool to see. And so hopefully you take that as a compliment.
Yeah, for sure.
But Kiwi, we got to stop headbanging on your way out. I see you got a little dizzy. You got to chill out.
I saw that clip. I was like, that's Kiwi right there. Then she's like all dizzy. I was like, damn.
She got she's like,
wait a
before
second.
you fight, man, like, I get it. You're hype. You metal. I get it. But no headbanging before the fight. Afterwards, all right. Thought there was going to be some love making in the her man got a little too handsy. I was like, jeez. But celebrate. You won. I get it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm really excited to see what the future brings for her.
Totally.
Future is bright for her. And I feel like you, not taking away anybody's credit, she puts in the work. But also, like, that's a testament to her coaches and you being one of those guys that helped her get there.
For sure. You know, that's kind of like what we touched on earlier, right? Like if I'm training you or whatever, or we're training together, we train at the same gym, like I want to leave a positive impact on someone that I'm training with, everybody if I can, you know, like, and to see her progress just like that. Like I remember when she first walked into Sierra, I held mitts for her and I was like, you know, we held mitts and, you know, I think she posted a video the other day. I was like, dude, you look so much cleaner than the first time you walked in, since the first time you even threw a punch, like, keep it up. You know, she's like, it's all because of you. I'm like, yeah, like I helped you, but dude, that's all you. You're putting in the work. You know, I'm just a small part of what you're doing, and that I'm happy to be that small part of your success and your progress. You know, and you know, just to be a positive impact on somebody.
I hope she stays active. Something, even just looking at you. I mean, it's been 8 months since your last fight. Why is that? Is that a long layoff? Is that something that you want to stay? Because in 2024 you had 3 scheduled fights, and you fought twice. 2025 you've only fought once.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
Sort of. You know, in fact, I was trying to get on the May card, and I almost took a fight for May, but you know, my last fight I broke my nose, and you know, so I was like, hey, they gave me an opponent, perfect. You know, went to training, dude, just hitting it, like barely brushing over my nose, dude. It almost started leaking. Like it hurt so bad. I was like, damn it. The beak's not ready to get hit yet, you know? And like I was still training with like a face mask on. And then a week after that, I took it off, and then same thing. I'm like, damn. All right. Talked to Coach Dane and my manager, and we're like, look, I don't think this is a smart decision to fight with the broken nose still. But I really wanted to fight back in May. It was just, the healing process takes a while for noses, unfortunately. And, you know, why be compromised before you even get to the fight? You know, because I feel like that also played a big factor in my last fight. Like, dude, my nose is leaking into my mouth. I'm doing this the whole time, you know. And when I got choked, I was like, dude, all the blood was in my mouth, you know. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Obviously your goal is to get to the highest promotion, the highest level of this, be a world champion. Is it important for you to get more fights in?
1,000%.
Is it important to be active in this?
1,000%. Like my plan for after this fight, you know, everything goes as planned. I don't take any damage. I want to fight back. I want to fight again in October. You know, whether it's for Fierce or if we try to start branching out somewhere, I really want to get on Cage Fury at some point. I have one of my really good friends now fighting for the featherweight title in October, Carlos Calderon out of Colorado. So I'm pretty excited to watch him, and you know, I know they have connections there, and I know my manager has connections there too. So that's the plan, man. Is after this fight, I want to start fighting more out of state and start getting more nationwide recognition. You know, so yeah, I really need to stay active. I'm not getting any younger, like I said. So. That's the plan, you know, take less damage and come out with the win and get right back on the horse and take another fight.
I was going to ask you about fighting out of the state because you haven't yet.
I mean, I have.
You have?
Just not as once as a professional and
Idaho.
Yeah,
right.
Idaho. And I fought in Vegas and Arizona as an amateur before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So traveling, more travels is on your priority list?
Oh, 1,000%. In fact, a few years ago when I tore my LCL, I was out for a few months. I got hit up for a fight up in Canada. I was like, dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we can make that happen again.
One thing you do really well at is your social media.
Thanks, dude. I don't think I do a good job at it at all.
It sucks. It's a necessary evil. I think that it's a beautiful thing. Because for me, as a fan, I want to see the process.
For sure.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan of pro wrestling, right? And right now, WWE just released a show on Netflix called Unreal. And they showed the behind the scenes of the lead up to WrestleMania. And that's the type of content I love.
Oh, for sure.
So to see you in the gym and to see you doing the stuff with the coffee and stuff like that, I'm like, this dude's grinding in the gym, but then he's also grinding outside the gym. And that's the process that I want to see more of. And you give us a glimpse of that. So anytime I talk to anybody about this, I try to tell these fighters, like, you got to be better on social media.
For sure.
You're one of the guys that I'm like, yeah, he gets it. And I think it was maybe the last Masonic Temple lead up to, you guys dropped like a vlog, I think it was. And I was like, man, this is cool. We need more of this.
Yeah, dude. It's a necessity. I hate being on social media, to be honest.
I get it.
But it does pay off for sure. You know, even with my day job selling roofs, like I post something about roofs, post something about the fight, post something about coffee. Like, you know, gotta hustle, bro.
What is this coffee?
Tory Coffee. It's based out of Murray. My friend TJ Mitchell is the sole owner of it, and you know, it's a coffee. It's coffee with a cause. We give back to veterans with each purchase, and it's based out of Murray. We get our beans from all over the world, and it's really good coffee.
We need content of you guys actually roasting it or doing it, shipping it, packaging it, or something.
All right, TJ, you hear that? We got to make more content.
Are you in there? Are you helping him? Are you just kind of like the face?
I wouldn't say like just the face. Well, sort of just the face. He does majority of like all the back end stuff. Yeah. But we got myself, TJ Mitchell, Brandon Mendez, who's a veteran. Shout out to Brando. He might be fighting September 20th. I know they're looking for a fight for him.
Hold on. OG Brandon Mendez?
OG Brandon Mendez, bro.
Used to wear spiky hair back in the day?
I might be.
Does he have tattoos?
He's got a tattoo, but I think it might be a different Brando that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about somebody else.
Yeah, this Brando, he's a war veteran. He lost his arm in Afghanistan, and dude, that guy works his ass off. You know, like, you know, I'll wake up, I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I don't want to go train today. I'm hurting. Dude, this guy's doing it with one arm. Like, get my ass in the gym. Let's go. And like, props to him, dude. Like, he's been tagging along with me every practice throughout this fight camp since he was like, hey, I want to fight. All right, cool. Let's talk to Dane. Get him a fight. You know, they're looking for a matchup for him, but he's like, dude, I'm doing everything. Tell me what I need to be eating. Tell me what I need to be doing outside of the training. Take me to let's go to training together. And I'm like, dude, let's do it. You know, and like, shout out to him, man, because I know it's not easy, and he's fighting, and he's going to be fighting soon. And, you know, I'm just proud of him for all the hard work that he's done. You know, I know it's not easy, and I'm excited for him, man. He's putting in the work, and I can't wait I hope he gets an opponent so that he can go out there and showcase his skills, man, because just because he has got one arm doesn't mean he can't be a badass. He's already a badass, but he's going to be a kickboxing badass soon, you know what I mean?
Is that hard to find him a fight? Will the athletic commission, will they sanction? I've never seen it.
They better. If they don't, I'll go raise hell for him. You know, like, but I know Zach's about it, finding him a fight. We talked last Tuesday, so he's got a good circle around him. We're all gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen at some point.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Well, I hope he gets the fight.
Yeah, dude. Me
too. That'd be dope.
Me too.
You got a fight August 16th. Justin Horsley, FFC 42 at the Maverik Center. You've made the Maverik Center walk before.
Yes, sir.
What has been the difference in you versus your last fight to where you are 8 months later, leading up to this?
Guess you'll have to find out. No, definitely the mindset for sure. The mindset's always been there, but you know, I feel like this camp I've really tapped into that, dog energy. You know what I mean? And just the skills that I've been polishing up. It's not that I'm learning how to wrestle. I've always known how to wrestle. I love punching people in the face. But my wrestling's always been there. We just polished up on it. We got more specific training towards MMA as well. And I just can't wait to showcase all my skills, man. I've been working a lot more with Joe Bish, a lot more with Bobby King, a lot more with Dane and Court. You know, I chose not to go out to Colorado this camp because I was like, I feel like something was just telling me I got to lean more on my teams here. Mm-hmm. At Agima, at the dojo, at Daistani Boxing Club, you know, and I've also been making trips over to Combat Arts, you know, rolling with some of the jiu-jitsu guys there, Cody Bunderson's been training there. Bruno Lopes has been training there. TJ Mitchell's been training there. Samson Fomabout's been training there. So I'm training with some of the best grapplers here in the state. I've also dropped into Unified a little bit here and there. But yeah, dude, like we said, 801 versus everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So just leaning on everybody here, helping me, so it's been great. It's been really good.
Do you have any interest in doing anything any other sports in the combat realm outside of MMA?
Yeah, dude, I'd really like to do combat jiu-jitsu at some point. I think combat jiu-jitsu would be pretty dope. I also really want to do a boxing fight. I really want to tap into some boxing and, maybe some kickboxing.
I think boxing would be fun.
Muay Thai too.
Oh,
Muay Thai.
Damn, throw them knees.
Yeah, dude. I'll be able to throw more. Oh, dude, I love throwing elbows too, bro. So I mean,
it's like you and Kit, man, just throwing elbows. Jeez, man. Awesome. So you've been in the community for over a decade. I know you took your first AMI in like 2013, right?
Yep.
So you've seen a lot. You've been to a lot of gyms. You've seen a lot of competitors. You've seen a lot.
Yeah.
How have you seen the community grow from where you started to where we are now in totality?
That's a pretty good question. It's grown a lot. I know it doesn't really do justice for what you're asking, but like the sport's definitely evolved. It's become a lot more mainstream. And, even the amateurs coming up, they look like pros. And as an amateur back in my day, I was like, dude, I'm going to make sure I know how to fight. I'm going to make sure I don't gas out. I'm going to make sure I make weight. Because as an amateur, that's happened to me where my opponent doesn't make weight. We end up not even fighting, or they end up pulling out, which that's a fight game, right? But at the same time, it's like you sign a contract, you make the weight, you show up to the fight. It's about your honor. You got to show up and defend your honor, right? And throughout the years, just seeing the different breed of amateurs coming out of, back in my day, it was a lot of guys just gassing out, not really taking it serious. Now you see amateurs really taking it serious, like Nasir Davis, Jackson DeGray, Emin Garcia before he went pro, Talon Carvalho. I'm a huge fan of Talon.
Me too.
He takes it serious. I feel like you just see the progression of the sport with the amateurs, so that when people come to see some professionals fight, you're like, damn, dude, these guys are really good, Like, these amateurs are good, but these pros are really good too, But it's like just seeing and also just seeing the community come around everybody, Like, you got Marco's crew coming down to Agima. For a while, you had my crew from Sierra coming down to Agima. You have all these people just coming together to train to get each other better. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We're here to make each other better. It's not about trying to one-up each other in training. It's not like we're trying to win every round. It's like, we're here to get better, dude. I'm here to help you. You're here to help me. You got to fight. I got to fight. Let's go represent Utah together. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm so excited about this next card, is because we got Marco on it. We got Christopher on it. We got myself on it. A whole bunch of guys.
Amin, Zeke.
Yeah, Amin, Zeke. Yeah, Zeke too, man. Nasir, yeah. I'm talking about more Utah guys, but
okay. Gotcha.
He's a badass though too. Yeah. But it's like, dude, yeah, 801 versus everybody, and it's so cool to see everybody coming together, because there's a lot of stigma around cross training with specific gyms, and it's like, no, dude, like, we're all here to get better at our own craft. Like, if you have a problem with cross training, then maybe you shouldn't be my coach, because I'm trying to get better looks from other people other than just the people I have rounds with every single day. And like, that's what I love about Pedro, is that when he opened his gym, he's like, dude, go cross train, go do this, go find something better over there, and then bring it back and we can implement it here. Like, it's all about learning. At the end of the day, it's all what it is. Mm-hmm. We're called martial artists for a reason. Go learn, come back, bring it back, develop it into your art.
I never understood. I'm going to use the word gatekeeping, but I don't know if that's the right word.
Sure.
But I never understood acting like a fighter is your possession.
Yeah.
Like, a fighter is not your possession.
No.
Like, the thing that is your possession is your knowledge to give to the fighter.
Exactly.
Are you going to give that up, or are you not? And if you're not, why?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
For me, it's if and when we do get a world champion, if you had a little portion in helping that person get to whatever step it is, that should be like you winning a world championship. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's how I take it. When we do get that when OC won the PFL contract or the PFL tournament, I was like, oh man, that's a win for us. You know what I mean? Whenever we get a win in the UFC, I'm like, that's a win for us.
For sure.
And I hold that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the FFC. When one of our guys gets a win, I'm like, that's a win for us.
That's a win for Utah right there. You know what I mean? And it's like, I could go on and on about this all day long, but I'm not going to.
All right, so I know you're focused on Horsley, but would you like to actually get that fight with Sear? I think it's Sire. Would you like to actually? Because that was the one that was canceled.
That was the one that was canceled.
He's on a win streak right now. He's doing well.
If he can make 35, sure, why not? But at this point,
but you're fighting at 40.
I'm fighting at 40, but my weight class is 35, and
so why make the adjustment for Horsley and not Sear?
Well, he didn't want to cut to 35. I was like, all right, let's do it. But for Sear, I feel like that fight was already scheduled at 35 for the title, and he pulls out 2 days before. So we got some unfinished business at that point, right? So, if it happens, it happens. If it happens in a bigger promotion, even better. But at this point, I'm not really. It's already in the past. Like, why bring up shit from the past, right?
Gotcha. I mean, it's shit that never happened.
Shit that never happened.
And
that was supposed to happen.
It would be a fun fight.
For sure.
For us.
It definitely would be a fun fight. I respect him as a fighter. It would be a good fight, but...
Why did he pull out? Do you know?
I was told he was injured.
Okay. All right. Is there any fights that you would want to... Like, obviously, we're focused on Horsley. I get that. But is there, like, a fight that you would want? Like, is there a name? Do you have, like, a checklist?
Hunter Azar. I want to get that fight back at some point. Whether it's after this fight or not, at some point down the road, I want to fight him again. I already have his number. I had his number, But, yeah, I would like to fight him again at some point.
I haven't seen his name lately. So, that'd be cool. Okay, just a couple more. We'll wrap this thing up.
Oh, you're good.
I don't want to take too much more of your time. One thing that's a big topic right now, especially here in our local community, is the usage or the testing of marijuana in professional fighting. What is your thoughts on that? Because this is a big topic where guys are getting suspended for a little bit of marijuana.
Dude, like career ending too.
Exactly. Because we're talking about, in some cases, a year suspension, right?
Yeah.
So how does Joel Haro feel about that?
Don't panic. It's organic, I'll be honest. I use it every now and then. I use it probably a little bit too much, but like I've actually stopped for a while. I don't really see a huge issue with it. But at the same time, I feel like if you're going to get tested, if you've already been popped for it, it's like, dude, all right, let's take some accountability. Let's fucking stop, right? But at the same time, I get it, because it helps with recovery and all that. Like, trust me, I use it for sure. But there comes to a point where, like, you gotta, taper it down, put it away for a while, get it out of your system, because you're getting tested, right? I know I'm getting tested, so I knew right away. I stopped a while ago. So it's like, dude, I kind of wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't banned, to be honest. It's got so many good benefits for you. Obviously, there's some negative benefits for you too, especially getting the munchies, bro.
I think that's on the person though, right? Like that's it. Everything impacts everybody differently,
for sure,
right? So, I'm on the side where it's like, yeah, you got to take accountability, but we should also look at this thing as well.
Oh, totally, 1,000%.
You're a fighter. I'm not a fighter. How could it impact the fighter in the cage? I'm assuming fighters aren't blazing right before they go to the cage, because I'm assuming your reaction time will probably be a lot different if you're blazed.
I mean, I've gotten blazed sparring before, and it obviously has its pros and cons. I feel like it definitely delays the reaction time a little bit, but but also, like you said, it affects everybody different. But there's been times where like I'm on it in sparring and take a little toke before sparring, go in, boom, I'm on it, you know, or before jiu-jitsu class, I'm like, everything just seems a little slower. So I'm able to not think about things and just do it. Right. Mom, I hope you're not listening to this, but yeah.
She's definitely listening.
She's definitely listening.
Yeah, because she was like, "Why don't you have Joel on?" I was like, "I tried. He canceled on me." All right. Okay. So you've trained outside of Utah. Your plan, you would like to. Obviously, we're focused on horse. I get that, but you want to go outside of Utah. Do you feel like you've started to get any fans outside of Utah? Any support out of Utah?
Yeah, absolutely. I got fans in Vegas, Colorado, Australia, New York. Shout out to Ivan. Hopefully you're watching. Florida. I've got fans kind of all over the place a little bit, which is pretty cool to see. And just gotta start taking over.
Yeah, little by little.
Little by little.
And it all starts August 16th at Maverik Center, Fierce Fighting Championship number 42. You'll be taking on a really tough competitor, as you always do.
Yes, sir.
Justin Horsley. I did listen to the Damage Plan MMA podcast with Blake, and he had Horsley on, and Horsley said that you have a very hard time with wrestlers, and he's going to get you, and it's going to be easy work.
Yeah, that's okay. He can think that. That's all right. I know that's going to be his game plan, too, is to wrestle me. That's all right. I know how to wrestle, too. I've been training with some really good wrestlers at Agema, a couple guys from UVU. Clay Browning from UVU over at Combat Arts. We had this guy, his name's David from Penn State, come in last week at Agema. That was gave me some good looks.
You're prepared.
I'm prepared.
Bro, I posted, because I'm Team Haro, right? And one of his supporters is in the music community. He's the one that made the song for Horsley. Uh-huh. And I'm very tied into the music community here in Utah, and he was like, "Nah, man, you picked the wrong one." I was like, "Sorry, bro. This is where we're at."
Oh, man.
I was like,
that's funny.
I'll see you August 16th at the Maverik Center.
For sure. Totally. And like, with all jokes aside, it's like, I know he's tough. He's a tough guy. I've been watching him through his career. I've cheered him on before too. So I'm excited. We get to compete against each other. And I know he's tough. I'm tough. We're just going to see who's going to be on it that night and come away with the victory, and I'm fully prepared to come away with that victory.
What is this titled as? Is it bantamweight or?
It's just catchweight. It's a super fight.
Gotcha. So
yeah,
what does that entail for the listeners? What is a catchweight? What is a super?
Catchweight at 140 pounds, 3-round fight, main event.
It's 3 rounds on a main event.
Yeah.
You guys didn't want to go to 5?
I'm down to go 5. Dude, to be honest, who knows? My contract probably does say 5 rounds, but I always train for 5-round fights anyways. So
this fool told before he signed. He was like, "Oh, new email. Oh, Zach, I'm down. Whatever." There you go. Now, what is your thoughts on a fight promotion president? I believe he's president or COO. Zach Partridge actually being an active fighter.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it because he obviously knows what fighters go through leading up to fights, and he doesn't just talk the talk. He walks the walk as well, dude. Like his performances in Bare Knuckle was dope. He's got a fight August 23rd. I'm excited. I'll be down there to cheer him on. Like he's also been paving the way for Utah MMA, and I love it, dude. Like for what he's done for Fierce and what he's brought up for Fierce, I was like, dude, I'm happy you're here, man. Yeah. You and Cody are doing it together. I love it.
The whole team, man. Sajin, Blake, Jackson, the whole squad.
Totally.
Like, Fierce is doing something for our community that is needed. Like it's like we need it. It's essential. We have to have this, not only for the fighters, for you guys, but also for the community. Like to be able to go and train at an MMA combat gym, jiu-jitsu gym, whatever, not be a competitor myself, but then to see guys and girls that are actually going to do it. Like that's inspiring just in daily life.
For sure.
So I think it's very important. The only way that it works though is if people show up. If we don't have people show up,
buy
the pay-per-views, whatever, it won't last.
For sure.
So I feel like we had a glimpse of it with Showdown, and our Throwdown, and now it's like we have like the second coming, and we've seen different variations of fight promotions in Utah, professional fight promotions, and this one is on the highest level. Stillfist is doing a great job with the amateurs, what they got going on there. But it's very important, and I do it with a sense of urgency because I really, truly believe in the guy across from me, along with everybody else that we've talked about this show. So the best way to do that is to show up August 16th, the Maverik Center, Fierce Fighting Championship 42, Joel Haro versus Justin Horsley in the main event. You're ready. I know he's ready.
Yeah.
It's going to go down. If you can't make it, if you're outside of Utah, as Joel mentioned, he has fans all over the United States and the world. You can also download the Fierce Fighting Championship app and watch it that way as well. I actually watched the pay-per-view because I wasn't able to make it a price, and it's a phenomenal experience, the pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
So you think we covered everything? We think pretty good job there? Was it solid?
Yeah, dude. I think I was pretty solid. Fight for a Cause t-shirts through Tory Coffee Co. Pre-sale is going to be ending here soon, but make sure to follow me on Instagram at Joel Haro MMA. Get a discount code and buy your coffee. Last but not least, get your tickets August 16th. Click on my photo, hit the link in my bio on IG.
How was it filming Last of Us?
Last of Us.
You know the show, Last of Us?
I've never seen it.
You never seen? You're in it. Pascal? You got shot in the head. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Damn. They do me dirty like that, huh? Shit.
No, everybody says you look like that guy.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious, man.
Nobody says that?
Oh, yeah. My mom told me that I look like Pedro Pascal. Yeah. Even Brandon Myers told me, yeah.
We're just going to call you Pedro now.
Call me Pedro. I got to vote for Pedro shirt, so.
All right. Do you have, I know you mentioned the Fight for a Cause t-shirts, but do you have Team Haro? I know you usually do t-shirts.
Usually do t-shirts every fight.
Is that the plan this fight?
That's the plan this fight. It's through Tory Coffee Co.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Fight for a Cause t-shirts. A portion of it goes to me, but the other portion goes to helping veterans. So I'm really excited about this cause, backed up by Tory Coffee, giving back to those veterans that have put their life on the lines for us. And yeah.
Are you guys gonna have a booth?
I think we're in the works of that.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
that'd be some coffee on
cool.
their way to the fight.
Hell yeah! If not, we'll post up outside the stadium.
There you go, gorilla style.
Yeah,
out the trunk.
bro. Yeah, dude.
We're taking shots of espresso. That's how we turn up. How do you like your coffee?
Well,
like my women.
Like my women, white
Puerto
and
Rican.
sweet.
Just playing, baby.
Oh shit.
My girl's German. He said white and sweet.
White and sweet, bro. Out of camp, let's put some creamer in there, a little bit of sugar. I use brown sugar instead of regular sugar because I feel like it's healthy, right? But it's not that healthy. But yeah, dude, a lot of creamer, sugar in camp. I'm black coffee. The thing with Tory Coffee though is that I'm not a huge black coffee drinker, but I can drink this coffee black because it just tastes good, man. Mm-hmm. It tastes really good, you know.
I can attest. I bought a medium roast and literally no sweetener, no nothing, straight up. I actually had to buy a French press for this, and works great.
Dude, French press is the way to go. I got a French press too, and every morning I'm there French pressing it. Black coffee all the way, man.
We need to do a content piece, Coffee with Haro.
Let's do it, bro.
We'll just give people sips of coffee and talk to them about fighting.
Yeah, I think, you know, so like you and I've chatted about this before, like about myself starting a podcast. I had things lined up, and then things fell through with the person I was going to be doing it with. But yeah, that's an idea that I've got brewing of,
Brewing.
See? Exactly. Podcast with Tory Coffee. We'll figure it out.
If you're a sports athlete looking for a mouthguard to protect your pearly whites, look no further than All Sports Mouthguards.
All Sports Mouthguards, located in West Jordan, Utah. Come visit us, 1385 West, 9000 South in West Jordan, Utah. We offer high quality, made in the USA, custom molded and custom designed mouthguards.
All right, August 16th, make sure you go get your tickets, fiercefightingchampionship.com. your number one pro bantamweight, Joel Haro. What's your socials? Where can people follow you and support?
You can follow me at Joel Haro MMA on Instagram. I think I'm on Twitter the same way, but I'm hardly on Twitter. So you can follow that if you want, but I'm mostly doing my business on Instagram, Joel Haro MMA. Hit me up, get your tickets, get your coffee.
You're not changing the song, though, right? Don't change the song. I'm just saying that Zach wants me to play clean, and your song, first thing, motherfuckers get no love.
Motherfuckers get no love, baby. Dude,
Don't change it.
I think I might be changing it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you want to reveal, or are you still planning on it? Is it a vibe?
Sort of.
Okay.
It's 5 Finger Death Punch, Bad Company. Yeah.
Total different vibe.
Totally different vibe. Either that or Many Men by 50 Cent.
Okay.
Yeah.
People say many men wish death upon them, but many men really are there to support you.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
People feel like the world is against them. They're like, man, nobody's in my corner. And then it's like, dude, you got like 3 or 4 solid friends that are here sharing your posts every day.
For sure.
That really has your back.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
One man wants death upon you. His name's Justin Horsley.
Yeah, you're right.
Who do you change it? One man wish death upon me. His name is Horsley.
His name is Horsley.
Oh no! All right, 5 Finger Death Punch, or maybe
I'm still figuring it out.
Okay,
still figuring it out. But lately, it's what's been getting me hyped. Going into sparring, listening to that song, a few other songs. Might pull a card out of Kiwi's playbook, go some metal. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Who walks you out? Do you know yet? Who's in your corner?
It's gonna be Bobby King, Dane Aristizabal, Court McGee, or Joe Bish.
Okay. Is Bobby, is he still competing? You know, but you can't say.
No, I don't think he is.
Okay.
He's a dad now. He's enjoying dad life.
Gotcha.
But I would love to see him back in there.
I want to see him and Samson running back.
Dude, Samson's also my boy, bro. That was another hard fight like I had to watch, right? And to be honest, like I've never seen anybody do that to Samson before. It obviously broke my heart.
Yeah.
And I was already a fan of Bobby's. And then that was another reason that pushed me to start training with Bobby's because of what he did to Samson. I'm like, damn, I've never seen anybody do that to Sammy boy. But I'm going to come train with you because I know I can see you're the real deal. You know, You just knocked out my boy. Yeah, that sucks. What the fuck? But, real recognize real. So I gotta get some rounds in with you too, get to train with him. And dude, it's been so cool. And that's another thing too, man, is that, Bobby knocked him out, and but they're still, every time they see each other, they're always catching up. Dude, how are you, man? Things good, like they're cordial. I'm not saying they're best friends, but I feel like we bring each other together. You know what I mean?
Or y'all are just fake as fuck and y'all just keep it cordial.
I hope it's not that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that.
I'm playing fighters. I be drawing this line where I be talking shit.
A little controversial over here, my guy.
And everybody can fuck me up. I tell the heavyweights, that's why I keep the heavyweights happy, because okay, cool. Sorry, I've been trying to end this podcast, and now I got editing I have to do because of you. All right.
I told you, you got to take this shit out because I don't fucking know, dude.
They'll never know what you were talking about. All right, go follow Joel. Go support him. Again, FFC 42 Maverik Center, August 16th. Have the day you deserve. Protect your light. We're out. Peace.
Peace out.